Welcome back to CordcuttersLI. Yes, you read that right. I replaced my nVidia Shield Pro with the Android TV streaming box I'm going to show you in today's video. The Box R 4K Plus streaming media player from Homatics is that good. Now, I know what you're going to say, but the folks at Homatics didn't pay me to say that. In fact, although they were nice enough to send me a box to share with all of you, this is not a paid review or a sponsored video. I normally record this intro before I open the box for these reviews, and I did that for this one as well. However, this device impressed me so much I scrapped that intro as it just didn't do this new Homatics box justice. This thing is fully equipped with specs and performance other streaming devices wish they had, and I'm going to tell you all about it coming right up. So if you're ready to see what just might be the best streaming device released in 2022, sit back, relax, put your feet up, and let's go. If you're new to CordcuttersLI, where we try to help you save money on your cable bill, please click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Doing this will make sure you don't miss out on any new videos as they come out, and it helps to support the channel. Let's take a look at what the Homatics Box R 4K Plus comes with and take a tour around the device itself. You get an HDMI cable, a 12-volt power adapter with a 3-foot cable attached, the remote, which we'll take a closer look at in a minute, and last but not least, the media player itself. The case is mostly plastic with this nice metal bit at the top, and Homatics logo over here at the bottom. On the back, from left to right, you have power in, a 1 gigabit, not 100 megabit Ethernet port, the HDMI input, old school AV output, new school optical audio out, and a USB-C port. There's also what looks like a USB-C port on the bottom, but I haven't really figured that out yet. On the side of the box, you have two flavors of USB-A ports. You have USB 2 and USB 3. Now let's take a closer look at the remote. It has a very familiar look to it, and it resembles the ON UHD streaming device or the MeCool remotes, with at least one very cool difference. This little rocket symbol over here can be easily programmed to open up any app you want. That's something I haven't seen on another device. Here's a quick look at the specs of the new Homatics streaming media player and how they compare to some of the other devices out there. It has a quad-core processor along with a Mali G34 GPU. Right now, only the new Fire TV Cube and Apple TV have more cores, and that G31 GPU is found in some of the top MeCool streaming devices, along with the 4K version of the Chromecast with Google TV. So nothing really earth-shattering when it comes to these two specs, but here's where it gets good. We have 4 gigs of the faster DDR4 RAM, compared to 3 on the nVidia Shield Pro and just 2 gigabytes on the newest Fire TV Cube 3rd generation. A surprisingly good 32 gigs of internal space for apps and content. That puts it in the top tier of all streaming devices, with only a couple that have more than that. The latest and greatest Wi-Fi 6 for the best wireless performance, and like I said earlier, a 1 gigabit Ethernet port, which is great if you're close enough to your router to connect with a cable. This box comes with official Android TV version 11, which means official 4K Netflix and Amazon Prime Video supported. All in all, I think you'd agree that the specs are pretty impressive. But how does it perform, you ask? Well, let me show you right now. Okay, for those of you who aren't familiar with the official Android TV interface, I'm going to show you around a bit before I connect this to my living room TV and demonstrate some 4K Ultra HD streaming content. This is official Android TV version 11, as I said. At the top, you have the Google Assistant button where you can search for whatever you'd like. You have Home, Discover, where it's fully customizable, so you can show your recommendations, etc. And all of your apps are listed here, all the apps that are installed on here. I loaded this thing up pretty good. Most of the streaming apps, a couple of media players, and so on. And then over to the right, you have the settings. I'm going to show you quickly. After all of these apps are installed, we still have, out of the 32 gigs total, we have over 25 gigabytes available. So as you can see, there's lots of storage available on this device, and that's a really good thing. Finally, one of these manufacturers has listened to us and given us a good amount of storage for apps and content. Here on the home screen, you have your favorite apps row where you can define up to 12 apps that you can put on here. And you can put only 3 or 4 here if you want to, up to 12, and you can move them in any order that you want. Let's say you want to move Prime Video to the front. You can just move that and drop it wherever. Same thing goes for all of these, what they call channels here. These are all customizable. You can shift the order up and down and define which ones are on this list and which ones aren't. So that's about as simple as it gets. Now let's go ahead and connect this to the TV and I'll show you some 4K content. Okay, first up we have a 4K file on a USB stick that I plugged into the USB 3 port. My apologies as I have not yet mastered pointing my camera at my TV, but you can trust me that the quality here is flawless. Next, we have a 4K UHD stream on Netflix. Again, really sharp, great picture, no lag at all. Then we have a 4K UHD Prime video. No problems here. And the last test will be a 4K 60 FPS video on YouTube. Again, super sharp, great color, no lag, looking good. If I've piqued your interest in this new streaming box from Homatics and you'd like to give one a try, you can't buy it at Walmart. You can't even buy it on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below the video, so go check that out. The price is $149.99, which is in line with the nVidia Shield base model and just a few bucks more than the new Fire TV Cube, which I don't think is even in the same class. Homatics offers free returns or exchanges within 30 days, so you really have nothing to lose. If you do pick up one of these or any other streaming device from Homatics, please throw a comment down there and let me know what you think of it. The two questions I get asked most by new cord cutters are, do I need a VPN and which VPN is best? The short answer to both of those questions is it depends. If you're someone who takes their privacy seriously and enjoys unofficial streaming apps or torrenting, you should use a VPN to keep your information encrypted and private. The VPN I recommend depends on where you live. If you're here in the US like me, I'd suggest trying IPVanish. It's the fastest and helps minimize buffering, while here in the United States, where nearly everything is available, unblocking content isn't as important. If I were outside the US, however, I'd suggest ExpressVPN. I feel it does a better job at un-geo-blocking the content available here in the US while you're not. In either case, if you're in the market for a VPN subscription and would like to try either one, you'll find links in the description below for the best price you'll get anywhere. Clicking on these links also helps in a small way to support the CordcuttersLI channel.